Good morning. Saturday morning, call out. Yeah, not ideal, but such is life. When you need to make the money, you need to work, none of the other boys are available, so here I am, much to the wife's pleasure. So, I've already been in and had a look. I've already got the boiler going, and I thought, wicked, it's done. Move on with my life. But the radiator's not getting hot. So, no thermostat. So I've taken the cover off the zone valve and got a massive whack and thought, that's probably not right. I will go in and show you, but effectively somebody has changed the synchro motor, and rather than joining the cables properly, they've just wound them together in the box, in a metal box. Yeah, seems pretty smart to me. So, got a new zone valve, which I've managed to find in the van. God knows how long it's been in there, but it's a call out. You've got to do what you can do. So I'm going to go in and then we'll see if we can get this system at least safe, because that's super dangerous. And they've got young kids in the house, and this is the sort of stuff that really stresses me out. Because, you know, what else is there on the system that's like this? But, you know, on a Saturday call out, I can't pull absolutely everything apart and check everything. And so it's the sort of stuff that keeps me awake at night. But anyway, let's get this changed over and then we'll see if we can go from there. Just found out as well, they moved in 3 months ago, and they had to put a new fuse board on. So how was this not picked up in their testing after they did the fuse board? I'm no electrician. If you are an electrician, comment down below, tell me how this sort of thing wasn't picked up, because to me, surely that's come up in one of their tests. But anyway, let's get it changed. Okay, so explain to me why that is the way it is. That is so sketchy. Anyway, new one going on. So I'm going to use my favourite when it comes to these things. I'm sure somebody's going to probably give me some kind of aggro for it online comments, but these things in my mind are brilliant. And then new valve. So we're just going to change the head. I'm going to test the valve now, but I think from what I was looking at earlier, the valve was okay. So let's get it changed. Okay, so you can see that this has got nice and loose. No water coming through it. I'm quite happy with that. That all looks okay. I'm not even going to grease that because I don't need to. So we're literally just going to pop the head off this. See if I can do this one-handed, shall we? That door squeaking is bloody annoying. Right, so this is the Honeywell version. Famous one for all screwdriver. So, and basically you've got two little screws, one there and then one the other side. Take those off and the head comes off. Right, very, very quick little plug on these. So I live and die by these when I'm doing electrics. If they ever break, which they do occasionally, it's straight on the order list, because they are absolutely brilliant. So let me just go on, and then you pull them, and that gives you that. And then you can just line them up, get them on, and it strips it for you. Yeah, so I know that there are 100 things on the market that do this, but for me, that is mint. Okay, so always lock it on manual. Try and get it on. This is the most difficult bit. Oh, look at that, first time. Swinging it straight on. Now we've just got to tighten up those screws. That one I'm not going to be able to do one-handed. Okay, and then once it's on, You can release the lever. Perfect. Slip the case back on. And then we've got the connectors here. If I need to test it, I can test it from here. Let's get the power back on and see if she works. Okay, so we've been turned the power back on. You can see now that this is under cool, which is perfect. And the hot water one is also under cool at the moment. So, fingers crossed now. We can run that. We'll give it a little while just to make sure the rads get hot. Another job done. Another one done. I feel much happier now that I've checked. I did check the other zone valve and the other one was fine. Obviously someone's tried to change the synchro motor or something and then just decided to repair it like that. Anyway, another one done. I'm going home, put my feet up, have a cup of tea. So, catch you next one. Right, it is Sunday evening. The time is 10:15. Literally about to get into bed. And my sister called me to say, Joel, I've got water pouring out the bottom of my boiler. So here I am. Let's go in and have a look, see what's going on. The joys of being a plumber. Right, I'm filming now, Zoe, all right?
Okay, I'll be quiet then.
Say hello. I might do that in. Right, we've got...
I still think it hasn't been right since we had the loft done.
Okay. Look at that. If anything, tool of the day. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? As Arts and Electrics. How good's my little light?
I really like it.
Yeah?
Really fucking bad. Put that in the video.
Right, we got a 38 CDI Classic. What have we got? Let's have a look. See if we can see where this water is coming from. Oh, that's a good start. So the AAV is definitely passing. Yeah, oh, you can't just be that, surely. Sis, has it been gushing out?
I don't think so. We've literally just noticed it this evening.
Okay.
So, I mean, it could have been, and we just didn't know.
Good news is it's not the flow turbine. So I hate changing. I'm wondering if it is just the AAV. That's definitely leaking. Let's just close that. Let's see if that's... Let's get this condenser trap out. Okay, so now we've got the condenser trap out. We can see that that is not happy. So what I've done is I've just closed this. There's air coming down the flue. So I've closed this in the hope I might get some tissue on that to see if we can dry it off. So we're just going to dry it off. I mean, I haven't got one of these on the van, so we're not going to be able to change it now. Not that I would at this time of night anyway. It's just saying to my sister, my concern was if it was the left or right hand block, when they go, they really go, and it causes an awful lot of mess. And that looks a bit better now. You can see, look, so effectively boiler, you can see how much water's come out because it's come all the way up to the front. So God knows what it's like, looks like behind the back of the washing machine. We might have to get it out. Okay. So that seems to have stopped it for now. Let's throw some pressure in it. I think. Throw some pressure in it, see what she does. So I'm obviously not going to be able to bleed the rads in the kids' rooms because they're asleep, aren't they? So what I might have to do, I mean, I'm going to have to drain it, well, I'm going to have to drain the boiler down to change that bottle vent anyway. So we'll, when I come back to do that, we can, I can do a go round and I can check your rad upstairs as well.
Okay.
I'm just keen to keep it going, so get your hot water back up. Looking like it was just coming out the top, so it's just a failed bottle vent. These things are an absolute pig to change, but a super cheap part, so winning at life. Okay, so we've got a running heating on. That's now holding for the time being, but obviously it needs changing. So thing to always check on these when you're working on them, most people know this now, but the spark electrode plate, let me just flip it around and I'll show you. So the spark electrode plate, originally these used to come and they used to have a sight glass in them. So when you're servicing these, it's worth carrying a couple of these new spark electrode setups with you in the van, because if you ever see them with the sight glass, you're supposed to change them, because the sight glass will crack and then obviously you're then into ID territory. So it's always worth knowing, only the CDI range, always carry the spark electrode packs. I've got about 2 or 3 in the van just in case, because when you're servicing them, it's such a simple job to do. And when you explain to the customer why, they're always happy to pay. I mean, it's not an expensive part, but it's always worth doing. So I think we are good to go. So simple one in the end. We'll get that part ordered, or rather pick it up. HPS will have it on the shelf. And then I'll see if I can make some time in my diary tomorrow to come back here and replace it. Right, I'm going to bed. See you later. We're going to go and, yeah, like I said, we'll get that thing ordered. What am I even talking about? Who knows? It's the middle of the night. I want to go home and go to bed, so that's what I'm going to do. We'll see you in the morning for another fun-filled day of plumbing. Good morning. So, got a bit of an interesting look at this. I don't know if you're going to pick this up. Look at that view. It's absolutely gorgeous, obviously minus the diggers and all that. Also, look at this bathroom. How cool is this? It's like going back in time. So, we're at this big house in Maidenhead. We're replacing all of the radiator valves. So we're putting TRVs in and replacing the lock shields while we're here. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's a good thing I'm only little. What's going on in there? This is what I like to see. Say hi, Sam.
You right?
Alright, yeah. Alright, you grumpy again today?
I'm right.
Yeah? Alright, cool. Oh mate, that's already got a TRV on it. Why are we changing it?
Because it's seized, it doesn't work, which means the radiator doesn't get hot. That's why we're changing it.
Check you out. Well done, mate. Best leave him to that, because... So, we've got Sam here, changing the valves. We've also got Chris here, who's downstairs, I think. So, I think it's... Chris, how many valves is it all in? Oh, he's not here. How many valves are we changing?
Loads.
13, 14?
45.
45? I think it's 45. So Chris is here. Say hi, Chris.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Whose snazzy wet vacs that, mate?
Companies.
The company's, is it?
Companies, yeah. Company pays.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah, yeah. So we've got all these valves to change. We are also doing a service here. So the boiler's in the garage. It's back on oil. For some reason, I seem to just be getting stacks and stacks of oil work in at the moment, but I'm not against it. Look at that log burner. Mint. And then we're also fitting a filter and doing a flush. So, but in classic form, we've got a 22mm filter and it's 28mm. So I've got to shoot off and go and get a new filter. And then by the time I get back, these boys are gonna be all finished, don't you, Chris?
Yes. Hopefully. Yeah.
And then we can cut the filter in and...
That's the plan.
That's the plan? All right, sweet. So let's go and have a look at the boiler. Okay, so let's go in here. Customer, quite rightly, doesn't want to be on film, so I've just got to be careful about where we film. So, there she is. I think I'm going to have to clear some space because you can guarantee I'm going to hit my head on that. And then we've got our flow and return pipe work here and yeah, 28mm. So, but this is the perfect place to cut this filter in, somewhere over here probably. And then we can flush in the garage as well. Oh, Jesus. And then I don't have to stress about, you know, if it has a little dribble to itself, it's not the end of the world in here. So I'm going to shoot off now, go and get those bits, and then we'll come back, see how we get on. Okay, we're back, 28mm. So this baby is going on here. This is our return pipe work here. This is our flow. So the system is already drained, but because these run up, I can guarantee I've still got some water in here. So I think they've got a little drain off down there. So I think we're going to drain off a little bit of water, cut back this insulation. What we've got, apart from a blunt knife, in here, doing everything one-handed, bloody nightmare. They used to have your little paper guide that you do, but in here they should, oh there you go, 188mm. So what we'll do is we'll get this insulation off, mark that up, and then we'll cut that out. Right, let's have a look. Bend that out of the way for now. Right, I'm using your fancy tripod, mate.
Thank
whoa,
you.
Whoa.
Thank you. What? Go have a chat with the client.
This man just turned up with a coffee.
Thank you.
Where's mine?
Inside the house, the clients, yeah.
Oh, can you go and get me a coffee?
Oh, okay.
Thanks, mate.
Calm down.
Thank you.
All right.
Love you.
It's my house. It's my house.
Right. So, what do we say? 188mm. So, we don't particularly want it too close to that socket. So, we've got our two cut marks there, which you can't see. Classic filming. We haven't got a huge amount of water in these pipes, but there will be some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go set up a drain hose, get that drained off, and then we'll cut it out. Okay, so classic form, rigged up the hose pipe for the drain off down in there. That work. Plan B then. So what we're going to do is I've got the trusty wet vac out. So we're going to cut this out and then prep the valves. Okay, I'm going to level with you. That was a lot more water than I thought it was going to be, but we're going to be okay. So I need some jointing compound, don't I? You got some? Thanks, mate. Good news is we've got some coffee. So, and we're in a garage, so I can just hoover up the water at the end. Good stuff. Nice thing about 28mm fittings is that you can just Place the olive on the inside. Is he looking in my van? Good luck finding anything in my van. Do not spread the rest off your finger on your shorts, otherwise PB Plumber will be after you. Right. So I get asked occasionally what I use to cut my lagging. You can get special, oh, it's a party. You can get special lagging saws, I think. I've never bought one, I probably should, but what I use is this. So this is my little Milwaukee, I use it as a pad saw, but effectively what you can do is push that button, that comes out. And these are just any standard recip saw blades. So these are the same blades that I use in my actual M18 recip saw. So what that means is that I use this as both my hacksaw, pad saw, basically everything else in between. So yeah, and then you can literally just pop that back in, and then it folds away nicely and sits in your tool bag, and it's not, because I never liked carrying a massive hacksaw around, and for 99% of the jobs, this does the job perfectly. So all we've got to do is just mark up our lagging, and it just goes through. This is a metal blade, so it's a fine tooth blade, and I find it works really well. And if you're doing 45s and other stuff going around bends, then it works really well for that as well. And then yeah, so that's all that back in, insulated, back lagged. So we're going to actually pop this filter back off in a minute, because that's where we're going to connect our flushing machine, our magnacleanse. So I think Chris has got it. Yeah, Chris has got all the gear out, so we can set that up now. Fill the system back up. All the rad valves are done, so, and then we can start flushing it. And then once it's been flushing for a little while, I will pull the boiler apart, give it a good service, give it a good scene to. I don't think it's been done for a couple of years, so I'm expecting quite a lot of work to get it back up to scratch. And then yeah, we'll go from there. I've just spoken to the customer very quickly about this, because I wanted to make sure that they were happy for me to film it. But this guy, apparently 47 Ronin, the film, this was one of two. So when the guy blew up in the film, this was one of the ones that blew up, and apparently all the parts are here, and apparently it was scaled off. There was an actual guy, not inside this suit, but inside the actual suit, and he was 7 foot something, absolute monster of a guy, and this was all sculpted off him, and that is cool. If I wasn't married, that's the sort of thing I'd have in my house, but my wife would never let me anywhere near it. So but yeah, turned around, saw that, gave me half a heart attack, but there we go. So in all fairness, the boiler hasn't been that bad, okay? It's been bad, but not that bad. But look at the state of that nozzle. I mean, yeah, that definitely needs changing. Don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get the details off it. That's better. Why are you laughing at me? Right. Go away, Chris. Go and have your pot noodle in peace. Apparently I've been working on oil, so. Right, service is done. Recommissioned, all ready to go. And we've got the magnacleanse going. I'm intrigued to see whether I might flip you around and show you what this looks like. So, for anybody who thinks that this is a pointless exercise, look at the difference between those two hoses. So this is into the machine, and this is out of the machine. So you can already see how much those magnets are picking up. Yeah. So we're gonna let this do its thing. We have got some cleaner running around it, some gentle cleaner, not super acidic. And so yeah, so then once this is all happy and we're happy that it's all nice and hot everywhere, we're also going to go around with the, where is it, Chris? It's in there. The Vibra Cleanse, or did you get it out? Wonder Boy's here. So this is the this is the attachment that goes on your SDS on hammer mode, and then we gently just run along the bottom of all the radiators to release any of the build-up so that it can then come around and be picked up here. So we'll get some footage of this at the end. Right, we've been flushing for probably an hour, maybe 2 hours so far. Just thought we'd do a little look at that. So definitely worth doing. So we're done. All the valves in the house changed. Boiler's been serviced. We've got, it's cold. It's really cold. In fact, I'll just stand close to the boiler. We've got our filter doing its thing. What we're going to do is we're actually going to leave this for a couple of days because the system was so dirty. That I want to give it its best chance of catching everything it can. The customer's happy because the radiators that weren't hot are already hot, so that's good. So that's that. Gotta love a dirty job, haven't you? If you haven't already, like the video, comment down below, and make sure you subscribe to all those who aren't already, and make sure you hit your notification bell so that you can make sure, so that you know that when we are posting new videos. That's it from me. That's it from Chris. Say bye, Chris.
Chicken bake.
Catch you in the next one.